Alright, it's time for Team Battle Teemo. By the way, I'm jungling as Teemo. As you can see, the team lineups are pretty much even. Okay. My opponent is Olaf. I don't expect invasion from either team, though their team would have the stronger level 1. Though our Garen does and Graves give us an advantage. All my runes are attack speed runes, except armor yellows, and I have 21-9-0. As you can see, I get a good leash on both wolves and golems, and I'm speeding this entire part up because it doesn't matter. Just doing the standard clear. Now, time for a Teemo gank. Let's see what I can do with Teemo. Oh, of course, yeah, level 4 first to get my little speed thingy. Pew 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 pew. Alright, Gragas middle. So my Ahri's having some issues with him, so I gotta see if I can relieve some, of the pressure with Teemo. Go Teemo! Yeah. That's as much as I can probably do. Anyways, I can tell that Olaf is likely bottom, and he just shows himself mid. So his wolves are about up because he didn't bother to double back. He instead went to golems and to wraiths the second clear to get to level 4. So he's hanging about. So he should be hanging about here or heading top. So I'm thinking of both places. Eventually I decide, you know what? He's not coming to wolves. He must be going top because Garen looks like an easy meal. So I head there, and there I spot him. He's sandwiched between me and Garen, and he's pretty much screwed. He has to run out of here somehow. But he makes the mistake of fighting me. You can't 1v1 Teemo as a melee this early on. So he's easily picked off. I get the kill, and we get Cho'Gath too. I flash away from the damage from Gragas' body slam just so I can stay alive to finish off the Cho'Gath. Garen's timely arrival really helped out right there. Gragas managed to finish me off, and no one was able to pick off the Gragas one, or my maid got hurt during that whole process, trying to tower dive. In any case, I buy Madrids and boots and some health potions because I need to sustain on this little guy. Now I'm building an on-hit Teemo for this one, because honestly I played Teemo 2 times before, and I'm jungling as Teemo. Now my blue spawns, and I'm going to give it to my Ahri teammate, because there's no real use I'm going to get out of it. But I know Olaf's is about to spawn right now too, so either he's going to be there and I'll be able to steal it, or I'm just going to steal it from him without him being there before he even gets here. I'll leave him a little mushroom present. As my thought, Olaf is mid, so that means he probably doesn't even know I stole it. My mid died. However, this is the good indicator that should tell him that I have already stolen his blue. Gragas has blue. That means because he got it from Ahri. However, I have blue and I was top. That means I stole it. So he shouldn't have wasted his time going to check it. He just popped the shroom and hurt himself and wasted some time. I'm building Berserker's Greaves because I don't know what to build on Teemo. Yeah, you can hear my chair squeaking probably. So here comes a gank. Gragas didn't notice me and I guess body slammed it, so he's already really far off. And he's getting pelted with Lizard buff and my Toxic Shot and takes a good amount of damage. That's actually a successful gank from Teemo. And yay for me. But I find myself on Olaf in the jungle. I knew he'd be at raids, so I pick at him. I should not have been able to get this kill. Like, I would have failed, but Olaf backed up for some reason and allowed me to get in range. I almost died, but I knew I would make sure I would survive long enough just to get the kill. Gragas tries to fight Ahri, but he hits a couple shrooms and it delays him. I get my wolves, and then Kale shows up out of nowhere. I didn't slow it down in time, so we missed that. Kale just came up and tried to pick off Ahri, but I showed up and pushed her away. Well, scared her away. Now this is one of the things a lot of junglers do like, even though they won't tell you. They kind of do like it when their teammates are forced home, because they like all the experience they're going to get. My blue is back up, and Olaf looks like he's hanging around bottom. And I lay a shroom right there just to near the entrance to make sure he ends up hitting it if he tries to come steal from me. And now, he's trapped between 3 people. He's dead. Now this is a mistake from my team. I obviously don't want the blue. I could have killed it and not have it stolen. I wanted to give it to one of my teammates, but they decided to, walk somewhere else. They could have just gotten the blue and then done whatever they wanted to do. Either way, Gragas is going to die, though Janna almost screws it up. We're gonna catch Gragas and he's going to drop, thanks to, Ahri's triple dash tank, but honestly that wasn't required. Janna kinda saved him. Anyways, Olaf's blue is about to spawn, and I'm there. And with a smite steal, because he mistimed his smite, it's mine, I take it. So, that's another blue buff stolen. I'm like, there's no, like, I'll tell you, there is really no merit to having jungle Teemo. There is probably no merit. Even if you rely on counter Tryndamere for his blind or whatever, there's no merit. That you need him to be in a lane or something to deny. So jungle Teemo is pretty much a troll pick. Now I lay mushrooms just to have some kind of zone to fall back on. Like he knows he can't pass that little place, so he's just trying to get me and missing and taking unnecessary damage. In fact, his flash was burned, so I guess that counts as a gang too. I mean, they're pretty much afraid of getting through those mushrooms, because they know, like, red buff and poison's just gonna decimate their health. So we lost dragon, but we gained top. Not a bad trade-off. And once more, I'm just laying mushrooms, protecting, protecting the southern side. Now this is an easy gank for me. They're overextended, and I don't know why KO burned her ultimate there. Maybe she was hoping Vayne would tower dive. But look how I do this. I put the mushroom near minions just so something will pop it if they aggro to me. And, they're obviously, just trapped between, they have to cross me, and they're going to take damage, and they're going to get red buffs, and poisons, and dots, or whatever. They're dead. Pretty much any jungler would have been able to get that kill. So it's not jungle Teemo being, great. It's just, they were really out of position. God forbid I was like Skarner. So yeah, bottom tower is taken. Mushroom fortifications going up and down, taking his blue. I'm going to push back top. Now the next item I'm going to build is a Wit's End. A Wit's End, Blood Razor, Frozen Mallet, and Malady. Probably should have gotten Phantom Dancer instead of that Malady. Pushing is what Scots do. Now, I wanted to go back, but my team engaged in a fight. This fight, it was actually really not in our favor. We're, too clustered up, and they would probably eviscerate us. But they split up, and they kind of just, burned a lot of their abilities inappropriately. And the Olaf is just not there. The Gragas is too far behind. There's really nothing going on. They didn't take advantage of our, our clusterfuck. So we easily, turn this around and get some kills. And now this is another mistake. Gragas rejoins the fight even though there was really nothing he could do except probably a cherry pick. And we get 2 kills from that. Kayle comes back to see if she can get a cherry pick and is going to die for the same reason. This is why greed can be really bad. I'm actually going to make a Dota comparison right now. In League, sometimes it would be okay to trade your life for somebody else's because you'll get gold anyways. But in Dota, you cannot make a sacrifice that way. You're still going to get fucked. You're still going to lose gold when you die. And this is something I felt was bad here. Anyways, look at this Kayle's health. Boom. Easy dragon for us. We just scare them away and we fortify with mushrooms and whatnot. We chase after Vayne, and this is kind of a silly way we chase. Like, they should have turned around and probably murdered us. But they just ran off. Teemo's that strong. Captain Teemo. As I was saying, greed can be bad. Sometimes greed is good if the benefits outweigh the cons. Like you kill 2 people instead of 1, but 1 for 1 is rarely good. Here, like. Cho'Gath's just getting trapped and destroyed. Gragas comes and, ults me. I think he wanted to try to burst me down, but it wasn't enough. Garen gets his face bitten off, and I just lay shrooms to fortify. I'm going to push bottom, and, mushrooms obviously keep me safe. put a mushroom on top of me just in case, you know, Vayne decides to roll on me or Olaf decides to try to charge me like you saw right there. And then I could run. I love putting traps right on my feet. It makes people will know it's right there. It will make them think twice. Sometimes avoiding fights is as good as, you know, escaping them. So Cho'Gath is just, you know, getting destroyed. And as you saw right there, Garen, you know, Garen's best friend, the Bush, turned on him for a little while. I'm fed. Fed Teemo. Fatty Teemo. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Pew pew. By the way, while I was playing this, I was listening to anime music because it felt appropriate. And there, you just saw me steal blue. It was like, okay, Gragas wasted his burst, and you know it's on cooldown. Just walk right up there and take it. Now I'm going to push bottom just a bit more, and I'm going to have to retreat. Look at the meaning man. As soon as they see me bottom, they start gathering at Baron, so I just take off. It's like, oh crap. Like, they can't handle Baron, but they could probably get it. You know, they could probably get it if they, you know, tried it. Or they'd force a fight and probably win because I'm not there. It's like, if it's not wise for them to get it right now. I mean, they can't handle it, but they could get it if we leave them to do it. That's what I kind of try to say. As you can see, Olaf is just destroyed. But he couldn't handle Baron. Their jungler isn't farmed or anything. And now that I am here, the team fight is just lopsided. Shirelia's Reverie, this Cho'Gath just getting pelted by on-hit stuff. Like, he's just going to get destroyed. And, you know, obviously Garen wants to ult him and destroy him. But we pick him off with poisons. And this is an easy Baron for us. Obviously they can't fight back or they'll die. And I initiate with Flash. Frozen Mallet, Flash, you're not getting anywhere. Vayne decides to try to fight me, and she realizes really quickly that I deal a lot of damage. Olaf comes at us, even though there's really not much he could do, and gets destroyed by a Graves shotgun blast. Boosh. So there's another one for us. We easily take this turret. We get hit by Cho'Gath's Rupture. And I go back to pushing another lane by setting up a fortress of mushrooms. We're just pushing. Pew pew pew. God, Teemo looks hilarious in, you know, super speed. I wish I had. I don't have. Out of all the skins I have, I actually don't have a single Teemo skin. Even though I don't really play champions like him. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Pew pew. Pew pew dead. Okay. Like, I'm focused on Cho'Gath because that's the closest thing to me. Like, I don't want to move or anything. Kind of lags at this point. But, like, the game is pretty much in my team's favor. Their late game, thanks to Vayne and, you know, Cho'Gath is pretty dangerous, so you should end this. But, you know, I go back to farming because farming is awesome. There's just nothing, you know, that's not fun about our farming. I take their blue, I take their wolves, though I didn't want to blow out the mushroom. It's kind of bad of me. And look how I lay the shrooms. I'm going to put another one to make a triangle shape. Sort of a... like, the triangle formation for many things for traps is so you can, you know, bounce around if you were to fight in one of those. Sort of like a... how would you say? Well, no. Well, I'll explain that after this. Team fight breaking out. My team got a little too cocky and got too close, and Graves was instantly gibbed. Now, I have to slow it down because the lag was starting to get overbearing. So here's how it goes. They're being funneled into this, into the little tree thing. So I'm going to go all the way around, put a shroom near the entrance. Wait, no, I don't. Put a shroom near the entrance, and then go around and shoot through from behind the wall so they don't try to murder me. Vayne tries to 1v1 me, and realizes very quickly that Teemo is a badass. She dies. And then Olaf, he lives. KO gets destroyed. I get a kill on Cho'Gath, I guess, from my poison or some, kill steal. Teemo is awesome. Though here, I kind of get, like, just the minions block my escape path from the barrow, and I take more damage than I should be. Inhibitor for us. We are. Teemo. Right. So I buy elixirs, I have Madrids, and a Malady. I should have probably bought a Phantom Dancer instead, because the mobility would help a lot. And Malady is an okay item, but at this point I don't need it. Now, Kale's destroying my mushrooms, and once she gets hit once and then realizes, holy crap, my health is going down real fast, and I'm slowed down, I can't escape, she's going to die. She's trying to run, and did. Attempted kill steal right there from Graves. So, Kale's dead. And they lost our oracles. Now this is really lopsided, and we can take out the turret. I can tank it because I am Teemo, Master Scout of Mastery. Push inhibitor 2. So now it's just it's just a matter of time. I shoot Cho'Gath now, though he's got resistances and I don't deal much damage. He won't attack damage, interestingly enough, which is not a bad build. Cho'Gath's very versatile that way. And Garen's ultimate Doom ultimate on Cho'Gath, because Cho'Gath has like 1 million health. Now it's like my one man Yordle stand thing just keeps them all at bay. They are that afraid of me, and the game is over. Yeah.